Sigma males, often depicted as enigmatic and independent individuals within social dynamics, tend to cultivate a smaller circle of friends compared to their more gregarious counterparts. This preference arises not from a disdain for social interaction, but from a deliberate choice to prioritize quality over quantity in their relationships. Unlike alpha or beta personalities who thrive in larger social groups, Sigma males find fulfillment in deeper, more meaningful connections with a select few. Their introspective nature leads them to value solitude and introspection, which can sometimes be misunderstood as aloofness or disinterest in socializing. However, Sigma males are not antisocial, rather, they are highly selective about whom they let into their inner circle, preferring individuals who share their values, interests, and intellectual pursuits. This selectivity allows them to maintain authenticity and integrity in their relationships, fostering a sense of trust and mutual respect that is fundamental to their social interactions. In essence, while Sigma males may have fewer friends, they cherish each connection deeply, viewing them not merely as acquaintances but as trusted confidants and companions in their journey through life. Number 16 bias often portrays Sigma males as aloof or detached, overlooking their depth and commitment to authenticity. In reality, Sigma males navigate social dynamics with a strategic mindset, challenging conventional norms with independent thinking. They excel in roles requiring innovation and analytical prowess, often leading by example rather than seeking validation. Sigma males value honesty and integrity, forging deep connections with those who appreciate their nuanced approach to life. Despite societal misconceptions, they remain steadfast in their principles, prioritizing meaningful relationships over superficial interactions. Sigma males offer a unique perspective on leadership and personal development, embracing solitude as a source of strength rather than isolation. Number 15 in small towns, stories are whispered like secrets in the night, each tale tinged with the echoes of the past. I remember the summer I spent babysitting for Mrs. Jenkins, a sweet old lady with a house that creaked with history. As dusk settled, strange things began to happen. The floorboards groaned when no one walked on them, and shadows danced in corners where no light reached. Mrs. Jenkins had warned me about the house's quirks, but nothing prepared me for the night. The laughter of children echoed from empty rooms. Terrified yet curious, I followed the sound to the attic, where dusty toys lay scattered as if waiting for playmates. Cold air chilled my skin as I stood frozen, unsure if my eyes deceived me. That night, I learned that in small towns, every creak and whisper holds a story, and not all tales have happy endings. Number 14 babysitting can be an adventure, especially in a house with secrets hidden in every shadow. I remember the night I watched over the Johnsons' children, a thunderstorm raging outside like a chorus of restless spirits. As bedtime approached, the kids grew restless, claiming they heard voices calling from the basement. Brushing it off as childish imagination, I reassured them with a smile, but the unease lingered. Hours passed, marked by flickering lights and strange noises that seemed to follow me from room to room to room. The children slept soundly, unaware of the eerie presence that filled the house. When the parents returned, I breathed a sigh of relief, eager to leave the unsettling atmosphere behind. Yet as I drove home through the storm, I couldn't shake the feeling that something lingered in the darkness, a reminder that some mysteries are best left undisturbed, even in the safety of daylight. Number 13 mysterious occurrences have a way of hiding in plain sight, especially in familiar places like one's own house. I remember the day I discovered a locked room in my childhood home that had never been opened. It stood at the end of a hallway, its door weathered and untouched for as long as I could remember. Intrigued yet hesitant, I felt a strange pull toward the room, a sense that something waited inside, begging to be uncovered. With trembling hands, I found an old key hidden in a forgotten drawer, fitting perfectly into the rusty lock. As the door creaked open, dust danced in the sunlight that streamed through cracked windows. Inside, the room held relics of another era, a dusty bed, faded photographs, and a journal with pages yellowed by time. Each item whispered of lives once lived, secrets buried within walls that witnessed silent stories unfold. Yet, amid the nostalgia, a chill settled upon me, as if the past lingered like a ghost reluctant to leave. That day I learned that even the familiar can hold mysteries waiting to be revealed, each one a piece of a puzzle that spans generations. Number 12. Sigma males face challenges that shape their character and perception of the world. From navigating trust issues born of betrayal to overcoming the pressure to conform, they embody resilience in the face of adversity. Trust, once broken, becomes a rare gift earned through loyalty and authenticity. Sigma males are wary of shallow connections and prioritize genuine relationships that withstand the test of time. Their journey is marked by introspection and a commitment to personal growth, learning from each experience to forge a path aligned with their values. Despite misconceptions, they embrace their independence, navigating life with a blend of pragmatism and empathy. Sigma males are not defined by stereotypes, but by their ability to rise above challenges, inspiring others through their quiet strength and unwavering integrity. Number 11. Mysterious disappearances cast a shadow of uncertainty over familiar places, leaving questions that linger like whispers in the wind. I remember the day a child vanished without a trace from a neighborhood known for its quiet streets and friendly faces. Rumors spread like wildfire, strangers lurking in shadows, mysterious footsteps echoing in the night. Yet, amid the fear and uncertainty, one detail remained elusive: a locked room in the child's own house, its secrets hidden behind a door that defied explanation. As days turned into weeks, the community united in search of answers, each clue leading to more questions than resolutions. The child's disappearance became a haunting reminder of how quickly the familiar can become unknown, leaving behind a void filled with hope and heartache. That day we learned that even in the safety of home, mysteries can unfold, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a community forever changed. Number 10. Supernatural occurrences have a way of weaving themselves into the fabric of everyday life, leaving impressions that linger long after the event has passed. I remember the night a storm unleashed its fury upon our quiet neighborhood, thunder shaking windows and lightning illuminating shadows that danced on walls like specters in the night. As darkness enveloped our house, strange phenomena began to unfold: flickering lights, doors that opened and closed on their own, and whispers that echoed through empty rooms. Fear gripped us, unsure of what unseen force had invaded our home, casting doubt upon the safety we once took for granted. With each passing moment, the supernatural presence grew stronger, a reminder that some mysteries defy logical explanation, leaving us to question the boundaries between reality and the unknown. That night, we learned that even in the comfort of home, supernatural occurrences can awaken fears hidden deep within, reshaping our understanding of the world around us. Number 9. Mysterious occurrences have a way of unfolding within the confines of familiar spaces, revealing hidden truths that defy explanation. I remember the day peculiar events began to unfold around our house: an unexplained draft that chilled the air on a sweltering summer day, footsteps echoing in empty hallways long after everyone had gone to bed, and objects inexplicably moving from their usual places. Each incident left us unsettled, questioning the reality we once knew, as if our home had become a stage for phenomena that defied rationality. With each passing day, the mystery deepened, leaving us to wonder if there was more to our house than met the eye, a realm where the boundary between the natural and supernatural blurred, inviting us to explore the unknown lurking just beyond our senses. That day, we learned that even the familiar can hold secrets that challenge our perception of reality, leaving us to navigate a world where mystery and wonder intertwine. Number 8. Mysterious occurrences have a way of manifesting within the confines of everyday life, leaving impressions that linger like whispers in the wind. I remember the day peculiar events began to unfold around our apartment, a flickering light that danced to an unseen rhythm, a chilling draft that swept through closed windows, and shadows that moved with a life of their own. Each incident left us questioning the boundaries of reality, as if our home had become a stage for phenomena that defied logical explanation. With each passing moment, the supernatural presence grew stronger, casting doubt upon the safety we once took for granted. Fear gripped us, unsure of what unseen force had invaded our sanctuary, reshaping our understanding of the world around us. That day, we learned that even in the comfort of home, mysterious occurrences can awaken fears hidden deep within, leaving us to confront the unknown lurking just beyond our senses. Number 7. When a Sigma walks into a room, he doesn't need to make himself known, he just is. It's not about loud clothes, flashy cars, or bragging, it's a quiet energy that commands attention. Sigma men often give off an arrogant vibe, even when that's not their intention. Their quiet confidence and independence can be misinterpreted as looking down on others. They don't seek validation or try to impress people, which can seem standoffish. While this can be off-putting, it's not something Sigma men do on purpose, it's just the way they are. They're comfortable in their own skin and don't feel the need to prove themselves. This self-assurance can come across as cocky to those who aren't used to it. They don't engage in small talk or social niceties just for the sake of it, preferring meaningful conversations instead. This direct approach can make them appear rude or dismissive. Their selective nature in choosing friends adds to this perception. Sigma men won't fake interest or force connections, they'd rather be alone than in company they don't genuinely enjoy. This selectiveness can look like they think they're better than everyone else. They also tend to be highly competent and self-reliant, solving problems on their own without asking for help. This further adds to the idea that they see themselves as above others. Their lack of concern for social status or hierarchy can ruffle feathers too. These guys treat everyone equally, regardless of position, which can be seen as disrespectful by those who expect deference. However, their perceived arrogance is usually a misunderstanding of their authentic nature. For those who get to know them, Sigma males are often humble and down-to-earth individuals who simply march to the beat of their own drum. Number 6. You might think Sigma men are just picky, but their standards for friends are through the roof. They're not looking for a bunch of buddies to hang out with, they want those ride-or-die pals who will stick by them no matter what. These guys are looking for depth, not just someone to grab a beer with. They want friends who can hold deep conversations, who challenge their thinking, and who share their values. Surface-level chit-chat is not going to cut it. Loyalty is a big deal in their book. They're not interested in fair-weather friends who disappear when things get tough. What they want are real friends, the kind who have their back through thick and thin. This level of loyalty is hard to come by, and they're well aware of it. That's why they're so selective about who they let into their inner circle. Integrity is another big one for Sigmas. They can't stand phonies or people who say one thing and do another. If you're not genuine, you're not getting in. Period. This high bar for friendship can make it tough for Sigma males to connect with others. Most people don't meet their standards, so they end up with fewer friends, but they're okay with that. No friends are better than bad friends. Number 5. We live in a world of masks. Everyone's trying to look perfect on social media, say the right things at work, and fit in at parties. But Sigma males hate that game. These guys are like walking lie detectors in a world of pretenders. They don't do fake smiles or empty praise. If your idea is bad, they'll say so. If the party is boring, they won't pretend it's fun. It's not about being mean, they just can't stand fake stuff. Most people don't know how to handle this honesty. We're used to little white lies that keep things smooth. But Sigma men see through all that and want nothing to do with it. This makes things awkward in groups. While everyone else is playing along, agreeing with the boss's terrible idea or laughing at unfunny jokes, the Sigma male is the one sitting there with a straight face, refusing to join the act. It's not that he can't be nice, he just picks being real over being popular every time. He'd rather be alone than pretend to be someone else. This goes for how Sigma men show themselves too. They don't make their lives look perfect online or brag about what they've done. They are who they are, take it or leave it. Of course, this doesn't make them many friends. People often think they're rude or hard to be around. The Sigma's honesty shows people who they really are, and that can be scary. But the few who get it become true friends for life. They know Sigma will always tell it straight. No tricks, no hidden plans. Number 4, when it comes to friendships, Sigma men have seen it all. They've watched supposed friends smile to their face, then turn around and stab them in the back. It's not just once or twice, it's a pattern they've noticed over and over. These experiences leave a mark, and they start to see the hidden agendas behind friendly faces. They immediately notice when someone is being nice just to get something, and spot the fake laughs and forced interest. But it wears them down. It's not just suspicion, it's pattern recognition. Sigma men have learned to read between the lines. They pick up on the subtle signs that someone's not genuine. The friend who's always around when things are good, but vanishes when times get tough. The buddy who's quick to take credit for team successes but points fingers when things go wrong. This constant need to watch their back is exhausting. It's like playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Sigmas are always thinking 3 moves ahead, trying to figure out people's real motives. So they start to pull back. They stop sharing personal information. They keep their goals and dreams to themselves, not because they're secretive, but because they're tired of others using that info against them. Sigma males also have a low tolerance for drama. They've seen how quickly friend groups can turn into battlegrounds of gossip and backstabbing, and they want no part of it. They'd rather walk away than get dragged into petty fights and power plays. This caution might seem cold to others, but for Sigmas, it's about protecting their peace. They've learned that not everyone deserves a front row seat to their life. The result is a much smaller, but far more trustworthy circle. Sigmas might have fewer friends, but the ones they keep are solid gold. These are the people who've proven themselves over time, the ones who stick around not for what they can get, but for who the Sigma really is. Number 3, imagine being at a party where everyone's dancing to a song you can't hear. That's how it often feels for these guys. They're tuned into a frequency that most people just don't pick up on. It's not about being smarter or better, it's about seeing the world through a different lens. While others are caught up in the latest trends or gossip, they're pondering life's big questions or dreaming up their next big project. This difference in thinking creates a gap. Conversations that excite others often leave them bored. Small talk feels painfully shallow. They crave deep, meaningful discussions, but those are hard to come by in everyday life. It's lonely being on this wavelength. Sigma men often feel like outsiders, even in a crowd of friends. They might laugh at jokes others don't get or stay quiet when everyone else is fired up about something they find trivial. This disconnect makes it hard to form lasting friendships. They struggle to find people who truly get them. Most connections feel superficial, like they're only scratching the surface of who they really are. So they retreat into their own world. They find solace in their own thoughts and passions rather than trying to force connections with people who don't understand them. It's not that they don't want friends, it's just hard to find someone who speaks the same language as them. Number 2, friendships can be tricky, especially when jealousy creeps in. While Sigma men don't actively try to make others feel envious, their hard work and success can sometimes trigger those emotions in others. It starts small. A friend makes a snide comment about their new job. Another one rolls their eyes when they talk about their goals. Soon it's backhanded compliments and subtle digs at their success. Sigma men aren't dumb, they pick up on this stuff fast. They notice when friends start competing instead of supporting. They see the hidden anger behind fake smiles when they share good news. This jealousy turns friendships toxic. Suddenly, every hangout feels like a competition. Friends start rooting for them to fail. They spread rumors or try to sabotage their efforts. Sigma men just don't play these games. They're focused on their own path, not trying to make others feel bad. But dealing with jealous friends is like trying to run a race with weights on their ankles. So they cut those people loose, not out of arrogance but out of necessity. They know that surrounding themselves with jealous people will only hold them back. So they seek out friends who are on their level, people who are also working hard and chasing big dreams. These friendships are based on mutual respect and support, not petty jealousy. This results in fewer friends overall, but a circle that pushes them to be better instead of dragging them down. And for Sigma men, that's worth everything. They'd rather have one or two genuinely supportive friends than a large group of secret haters. Number one, trust isn't just given for Sigma men, it's earned, and it's earned the hard way. These guys have been through the ringer when it comes to friendships and relationships. They've seen the ugly side of human nature up close and personal. Maybe it was that childhood friend who stabbed them in the back, or the college buddy who disappeared when times got tough, or even worse, the so-called best friend who tried to steal their girlfriend or sabotage their career. Each betrayal, each disappointment, it all adds up. And for a Sigma, it doesn't just roll off their back. They internalize these experiences, analyze them, and learn from them. They're not the type to keep making the same mistakes over and over. So what happens? They build walls. Not because they want to be alone, but because they're protecting themselves. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the join button under this video.